President Trump delivering his address to world leaders at the United Nations General Assembly, criticizing the organization for not doing more to end conflicts between countries.
All right, and during the day of meetings, a major shift from the president on his stance about the war between Ukraine and Russia. Fox 5 Sharon Crowley live on the East Side with details on his trip to New York. Sharon.
Steve, President Trump's speech here at the UN General Assembly can only be described as blunt. He criticized world leaders for what they prioritize and how they govern. Let's take a look at some of the pictures of his arrival here today. You see President Trump arriving with his wife, the First Lady. The elevator stopped working just as he put his foot to get on it, so the President and the First Lady had to walk up the elevator, and that turned out to be a fuel for jokes at the beginning of his speech. But right after that, the president getting down to business, telling international diplomats that they have failed to address a variety of global issues, from ending wars to illegal immigration.
It's time to end the failed experiment of open borders. You have to end it now. See, I can tell you, I'm really good at this stuff. Your countries are going to hell.
Not mincing words there. While the president called for abolishing biological weapons, vowed Iran will never get to build a nuclear bomb, and called for a ceasefire in Gaza, demanding Hamas release the remaining hostages. He also slammed the General Assembly push for demanding Palestinian statehood. And later in the day, he met with Ukrainian President Zelensky, the president signaling that he may support a more aggressive posture against Russia. During his meeting with Zelensky, the president said that NATO countries should shoot down Russian warplanes that enter their airspace.
Would you back up NATO allies? You said that you thought that they should shoot down the Russian aircraft. Would you back them up? Would the United States help them out in some way?
Depends on the circumstance.
And the president posting tonight on Truth Social, quote, "I think Ukraine, with the support of the European Union, is in a position to fight and win all of Ukraine back in its original form." That's a serious departure on foreign policy, when earlier we heard the president and his team say that Ukraine may have to give up some of the land lost during this war with Russia. So we'll certainly hear more about that in the coming days. And as for the UN, we're expecting to hear from the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu on Friday. As you said, President Trump headed back to Washington this evening. We saw his motorcade leave. However, the next few days in this area will continue to be gridlocked. So be careful if you're a New Yorker and you're watching this. You might want to avoid the area near the UN in the 40s on First Avenue here on the east side of Manhattan. For now, I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Very well. All right. Thanks, Sharon.